Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
We're back. We're back, and we are shirtless. How does that feel? How does that make you feel?
I can't name another podcast that goes shirtless.
I can name a lot of podcasts that probably go shirtless.
To start?
It's so fucking hot out today.
I know. It's hotter than a freshly fucked fox in a forest fire out there.
Oh my god, where do you get those? Do you think them? Did you get them on like a website or something, or where do you get these ridiculous fucking story sayings?
I hear him in passing.
Do you hang out with that many people? Do you hear these ridiculous fucking things in passing?
No, I can't say that I do. But when you hear something like that, it sticks.
Yeah, it sounds like it. We have not podcast in a minute, T.
Yeah, so where did we leave off five weeks ago?
Is it 5 weeks ago?
Something like it's got to be at least a month, right?
It's been a while, yeah. Where did we leave off?
Yeah.
Like in our topics?
Yeah.
Oh, our insides burning out.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Hot
That
Ones
wasn't that
podcast.
long ago, I guess.
It was a minute. It was a while.
One of our best episodes, too.
Oh
So
my
we
God.
left on riding into the sunset.
I'll tell you what, man. My insides hurt for like the next day or two. My insides turning into my outsides. Like it was the process of doing it. Honestly, I'd do it again. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. But it was the aftermath was not an enjoyable experience.
I think it'd be a whole lot easier to do it the second time through. It's like the anticipation and the unknowing of what you're going into.
Mm-hmm.
Like you either hype yourself up that it's going to be so hot or whatever. So knowing, and I'll say this again, there was like two that actually fucked me up. The rest of them like tasted good mostly,
Yeah.
but they weren't hot. And I was expecting to like start off with like hot. And it took up until what, like 5 to start getting
Five
some
or
real
six, yeah. 5 or 6. And then even with the real heat, it was each one hit you differently, right? So like the one was like on the back of my throat. I was like, I don't like things this far back on my throat. This is not a good experience.
And well, yeah, and my thing was like I didn't want it on my lips. That was my biggest thing. So I was like taking the whole wing straight to the gut, and it just sat in here and festered and fucking just grew a big fucking Charizard fireball, and it just hurt so bad.
Yeah, it was not good. I don't know, man. It feels good to be. I feel like we've both just been ridiculously busy, and we've been trying to podcast, and it just hasn't been aligning. But it feels good to be back.
Busy and tired.
There's a lot of shit to talk about.
It's not like we weren't trying to do it because we were. It was like, where do we find the time to set everything up, talk for an hour, or prep for a half hour to, whatever. Like, we've been trying to do it.
Because contrary to popular belief, this isn't our job. Like, we're not kidding. We don't get paid to fucking do this.
Yeah, fuck all these sponsors.
Oh, we got one sponsor, Anchor.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to use Anchor,
Listen to us on Anchor.
I looked at it. We've made $4.50 from that app.
That's about $4 more than I thought we'd make.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't expecting to make any money, so making $4 is pretty dope. What can we buy with $4? A McDouble. I haven't had fast food in fucking months. Since the last time I got it with you was the last time I had fast food.
What did we get?
I don't know. I think it was before a podcast. It was before I had to get that heart thing. Or not my heart thing.
Does
my blood
ice
work.
cream count as, like, fast food?
No.
That was the last thing I got with
ice
you.
cream. That one.
After we did wings, we went and got custard.
Yeah, I'm talking about before I had to get my blood work. We got that before one of the first podcasts. The earlier podcast. Remember?
Oh, you're going way back.
Yes.
That's been a long time.
I haven't eaten fast food. Fuck fast food.
I haven't had that much of it. I have barely had any, actually. I might have had a Whopper or two within the last couple months.
I feel so much better not eating fast food, man. I'll tell you what, like, you have to be a special kind of hate yourself to eat that much fast food that regularly. Because I'll tell you what, eating it feels fucking great. And then the second that I finish eating it, I feel like complete horseshit garbage.
Sure.
And I feel so much better not eating it.
And the funny thing is, too, like, when you're eating it, you're just in bliss. A fucking Whopper with cheese, dude. I'll fucking take a Burger King sponsorship. I know everybody hates on them. I think it's the best burger in the game.
For a while, I thought they were the best fries in the game, too.
I won't go that far.
No. For a little bit, I liked Burger King fries.
I'm nothing against
Their
them.
onion rings were horseshit, but their fries were pretty good.
But what it is the money.
The coupons. The Burger King coupons.
BK Coops?
Yeah. The amount of food you can get for such a little amount of money is
I'm just
ridiculous.
talking, well, yeah. And I'm usually a dollar menu guy to load up on food for cheap. But, like, if you're going to get fast food, it's always the money. It's like a meal is like $11, $12.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
So, like we're making our own food. And for $12, you can make a whole
multiple days worth
Yeah.
of food. Oh my! Listen, I've been on a habit of sending you my food, my pictures of my food every day, right? And
Yeah.
I'm eating bargain shopping right now, but I'm eating like a fucking king.
Yeah, but in
Oh my God.
the problem with your snaps is they're so fucking close. Like you're putting the phone in the bowl. It's like a fucking fly's eye view.
I want you to get a good detailed view of everything that I'm seeing.
It's so detailed. I can't tell what it is. Like, is that an egg? Is that I don't know what this is.
Stop it. This morning, man, it was I had egg with like a scramble with potatoes and breakfast sausage and some red peppers or yellow peppers.
Keep talking. Keep talking dirty.
Oh, stop! Listen, we're naked. We can see you fucking. We're not naked.
Like
we're
a
shirtless.
Joe right on this
I was gonna
podcast.
say everyone's seeing you rub your fucking nipples right
Ooh,
now.
that sounds good.
Oh, it was real good. But I'll tell you what, sending you pictures keeps me fucking accountable.
I know, and that's why I don't say anything. I'll just fucking open it up. I'll see what you're eating. Mad, I'm not eating it.
Yeah, because if I don't, then I'm gonna, go and eat fucking horseshit garbage food, and I don't want to
Even
do
though I
that.
saw a Starbucks thing in your car.
Oh yeah, I eat Starbucks every day, or I drink Starbucks every day. I have to
I
have
thought.
one.
Well, I also thought you told me you were off that stuff too.
I was. It was a 2 a day. Now I'm 1 a day. I'm doing better. It was a 2 a day. It was once in the morning and once in my afternoon break, just to get me through the day.
Okay.
And now I'm not doing it in the morning. I'm just doing it on my afternoon. So I'm
Fair.
cutting down. I'm going slowly. I gotta wean myself off of it. It's like a
Fair.
fucking drug.
And while we have not been podcasting, we've been going to the gym pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, the people at the gym, I just don't get it.
Like which ones?
Okay. And I know everybody will resonate with this. There's always a neck guy at the gym.
A neck guy.
A neck guy.
Oh, a neck guy.
Neck.
Like all he does is work out his fucking neck.
Yeah. And it's always some old dude that fucking looks like he used to ride horses for a living or trains them or something. And he'll sit in the chair at the cable thing, wrap it around, and he'll fucking do a neck workout. There's always the neck guy.
My favorite are the guys that do like shrugs, right? But they don't do the full shrug. They just kind of do this.
Yeah. Fast twitch muscles.
Just fast twitch muscles. But you tell they're not doing any sort of like they're doing ridiculous amounts of weight.
But it's
they
the
can't
same guy.
It's the same guy. Yeah. It's the same guy that I was describing on 3 podcasts ago. The guy who wears like the cut off shorts or the pants that don't go all the way down and their shirts are tucked in.
Yep. You ever have those pants that cut off at the knees?
Oh, well, they cut off or they zip off.
Same thing.
Yeah, 100%. And
It's those guys.
I would always lose the fucking bottoms of those.
I used to live in those. I had like 17 pairs at one point when I was a kid.
Do you know what I used to have? I remember distinctly. We were going like back to school clothes shopping, whatever bullshit, and we were at like JCPenney or the fucking Bonton, and there was this shirt, and it was like a button-up shirt, but it was just covered in flames.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad being like, "That's cool. You should wear that to school." And I remember being like, "I don't know if I want to wear this to school."
Yeah.
But of course, I bought it and wore it to school. It wasn't cool. It looked like I looked like I was on fire. It looked like I was walking down the fucking hall on fire.
That shirt's flames, dog.
I'll tell you what, no one said that to me. Not one person.
I remember I had this one. It was like made out of like bamboo or something. It was the softest fucking shirt. I was also like really young. I don't remember where I got it. And it had a big fucking dragon that wrapped around the entire shirt, and it had flames coming up from the bottom. This was like right after I watched some kind of Chinese dragon movie.
Dragon Ball Z?
No, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. However old that movie is when I had this shirt. And I went to school thinking I was going to be like the next fucking white
You're
Jackie
hot shit.
Chan.
Oh, man. My favorite, you seen those memes where it's like actors and their stunt doubles?
Mhm.
And then it's just a picture of Jackie Chan?
No, I haven't seen that.
I think it's so funny. Every time I see it, I just think it's hilarious.
But yeah, we've been steady on the gym.
I feel fucking great.
I feel good.
You don't feel good? Really? I think it's just the act of doing something every day, like being active every day.
Yeah, my body just always hurts.
It's because you don't eat enough.
Probably true.
I'm convinced that you just don't eat enough.
You know who eats a lot?
Who?
I gotta have a nick. It's gonna sound mean, but there's this extremely buff girl that we see every time we go there.
Oh my god.
She has muscles I've only seen in textbooks showing.
It's honestly, it's impressive. Okay, let's just put that out there. But it's we were doing leg press, and she wasn't wearing headphones, so I was like, we walked over. I was like, yo, she's about to show us the fuck up. And I didn't realize she wasn't wearing headphones, and I said it kind of loud. And Tyler was like, "What'd you say? What'd you say?"
Yeah, I wouldn't let go of the plates. I was like, you have to say it before you go.
Yeah, no, her, she's 100% stronger than I am.
She had how many plates on?
More than we did.
All of them?
We had to borrow some from across the gym because she had so many.
Are you done with your
on.
set? Can we take a couple off for us? We'll put them back on.
Oh my god, yeah, and she was like easy, like with ease, pushing those plates up.
Oh yeah, she was dumb thick.
I did see her do her upper body. Her upper body wasn't as strong, but her legs, like, and you can just tell the way she walks, right? Like she kind of walks with that little side strut.
Yeah,
you know, like this.
Yeah, because her thighs rub together because they're so fucking big.
Yeah.
Also, she's a guy, right?
I don't know, because I feel like I've heard her talk before, and I'm not getting like guy vibes. Like she sounds like a girl.
She's got a better jaw than me.
It's from all the workouts she
chiseled.
Does. I don't wonder what her body fat percentage is, because girls always have a higher body fat percentage, but she's fucking like yoked.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. I've seen men who have transitioned at the gym, right? Mm-hmm. And they look beyond yoked. Like you can clearly tell. With her, it's in the middle. I really can't tell.
She looks like she fucks the Hulk.
She looks like she would fuck the Hulk up.
Both. Simultaneously.
It's honestly like one of these times I just want to say something to her. Like not anything, whatever.
I'm scared of her.
Ask her.
She might have heard your comment, because she kept staring at me.
Maybe she thought you were cute.
She would.
Do you know what's crazy? Is that's got to be hard as like her in the gym. Like if you're just like a girl going and doing your little fucking band workouts and your squats and whatever, and you want to talk to a guy at the gym and you stare at him and do whatever. Imagine being her, fucking pushing weight and trying to get a guy to talk to you at the gym. I bet it's almost impossible.
You think so?
Do you think a guy's really like you're telling me right now that you were intimidated?
I mean, because she's not.
Maybe she was trying to get your
super
attention.
Judgy. She's not attractive to me.
Sure.
She's
very angular, like pointy figures. Pointy figures. That's not a pointy. Like her nose is pointy, her chin's kind of pointy. Like she has pointy things.
Yeah.
Is that a
poke
thing?
An eye out. I just, if she were fucking, if Vanessa Hudgens was there pushing 1,000 pounds or whatever she was pushing.
But Vanessa Hudgens would not look like Vanessa Hudgens if she was pushing 1,000 pounds.
She had the face she did. Just give me the face. If she had some face that I was like, yeah, that girl is gorgeous, and she had like the same body, I'd give it a whirl.
Would you date a girl that could beat you up?
I don't know, but she could.
I wouldn't fuck with her.
Would you date like Amanda Nunes? Would you date Amanda Nunes? That's kind of.
Who's the one that I like? You know.
I don't know. I like Valentina Shevchenko.
Bare knuckle.
Oh, Paige Van Zandt.
Oh my God, I love Paige Van Zandt.
Okay, perfect example. You would date. She would kill you.
Yeah. No, yeah, I would do it.
If you started snoring in the middle of the night, she would just wake up and kill you with her bare hands.
Did you see the video of Paige Van Zandt? She was doing like a submission class with like some Marines or something, and she looked fucking amazing.
She's gorgeous.
And she put this guy in a fucking headlock, and they were like, "Don't tap, and she like fucking choked this guy out to like pass out. I was like, "Oh my God, why would you tap? Why would you just be there as long as possible?"
Yeah, but tell me it doesn't like you're kind of into it, like that she can defend herself, like she has that skill.
Do you know what I like about her the most? Is that anytime she's not in the ring or in the octagon or in wherever it is, she's the most feminine thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But she flips a switch and will fucking kill you.
Yeah, she'll concave your face right
That's
in.
What
You'll
I'm
never
into.
talk again.
That's what I'm into. Yeah.
Which, there's a whole bunch of good-looking fighters out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Valerie Laredo, Valentina Shevchenko. I mean, there's a bunch. Amanda Ribas.
Mm-hmm. There's one from Rochester. The one when we went to that fight night. There was one of the fighters, one of the female fighters from Rochester.
A girl?
Huh.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it was.
I know there was a guy there.
At least there was the girl in front of us. Maybe that's what it was. There was a girl in front of us from that camp.
I
She
know,
was
like
young.
Billy Q's from Buffalo. He just got a win a couple weeks ago.
Who's Billy Q?
Quarantino or Quadanaro, something. I don't know. Just call him Billy Q.
Is he good?
He's got a couple wins in a row now. I mean, he's in the UFC. What am I going to say to a guy that's in the... You're not good. Oh, okay.
No, he's not that
I'll just
great.
put you in a Kimura and break
Yeah,
your
he's
elbow.
all right.
I'm not good.
But yeah, no, for sure. I would not fuck with that girl at the gym, though. Yeah.
Built different.
Again, it's how she walks and like carries herself. That's the most intimidating thing. It's literally just kind of like a
Yeah.
like the $1 billion man walk or whatever.
She
the
walks
McGregor walk.
like she would like tie a rope around her that would be pulling like a C-130.
yes, like she has a purpose everywhere she fucking
Yeah.
walks. Yep. And she wears those shoes that have the Velcro on them.
Oh, I didn't look at her shoes.
So I don't fuck with anyone that's got Velcro.
Really?
They put that shit into overdrive.
Hell yeah. And then, well, and there's Pocket Brock too.
Who the fuck's Pocket Brock?
Like Pocket Brock Lesnar. We were watching him bench, and there's always the people there that we don't know what they're doing, but they're just, it's Thanos in the gym. That dude was fucking shredded, and we were like, that can't do anything.
Oh my god.
Then he gets up, and you're like, does something.
Yeah, I always look at people when they're working out, and I'm like, am I doing it wrong? And it's two different people. Sometimes I'll see them do an exercise, and I'm like, am I doing what like this wrong? And then they get up, and I'm like, no, I'm not, because I look a little better than that person. But then there's people where they do weird things, and I'm like, am I doing this wrong? And then they get up, I'm like, yep, I'm definitely doing this wrong, because I don't fucking look like that.
Yeah, and he was doing like bench press, but he wasn't going like all the way up, like to contract your chest.
Sure.
He was like just short fucking pumps.
But it looked like he was like dislocating his pec, like his pectoral muscle. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I was like, it was three. He did like 3 sets of it. And I was like, yo, do you fucking see that? We're doing calves. Like, do you fucking see that guy?
And I brought it up before. What do you really need calves for? Besides jumping, the average human.
What, don't you need them for just walking around?
Sure, but why do you strengthen calves for?
Aesthetic? Why do you strengthen anything?
But
for?
you can't. Calves are one of those things you're just born with. You can't really get those
You
better.
can get them bigger, dude. How come fucking middle-aged men have the biggest calves have you ever seen in your life?
Fucking manual labor.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But that's just what they're just always walking.
Same thing with their fucking fingers. They're always big, meaty fingers.
Sausage fingers.
Yeah.
I think some people
Built
are just,
up muscle and tendons.
I feel like some people just have different. Like I have fairly, I don't know, small, like not small fingers, but they're not. I know some people that just have fucking sausage fingers. Like,
Yeah.
It looks like they're swallowing their nails. If you
Yeah.
ever-
They got fucking 5 kielbasa's on each
Yeah,
hand.
exactly. I don't have that. And I don't think no matter what I did, like, could I strengthen my fucking hand? I couldn't get my fingers to be that fat.
I think it's just like manual labor. Like they just, if they're 60 and they got them, that's like all those years are paying off, and it's right here.
Is that really what it is?
I would say
thought they
so.
were just because I've seen people like our age that I know for fuck well have not been doing manual labor for the
Well,
entire day, and they have fucking big ass sausage.
Some
fingers.
people just got big hands, but there's also people that are the same age. You'd be like, that guy was an accountant. He's skinny and scrawny and feeble, and he's got, half a finger.
I wonder how he lost the other half
So
of his finger.
I'm just putting 2 and 2 together.
He probably put it too close to that girl, and she fucking bit it off.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
The Velcro.
Oh, the Velcro.
Just bringing back the joke.
No. I'll tell you what, though. You could form between Pocket Brock, Net Guy, and Girl Guy.
Yeah.
You could send them over to Cabal. Fucking just bring everybody back.
Fucking Kabul. My God, man. What a fucking shit show in Kabul.
It ain't good.
What a shit show. Like, could you have planned a worse way for this to go? Like, really? It's gone as bad as humanly possible, probably.
And here's the thing, like, from my perspective, I'm usually, like, super into politics. But like since we haven't been podcasting, even a little bit before that, like I just haven't been. I've been too busy to keep up with everything. It was like from one day, like everything was how it was, and the next day, we just leave, and the whole world's fucked up. Like I don't remember an in between part.
Because there really wasn't. It's like we had that date planned, and then here's my. I understand when people say that there is no good way that this could have gone, right? And I think it would have been messy either way, right?
Sure.
What I just don't understand is how anybody in their right mind thought that, hey, let's. I think there are three things, right, that needed to be done to pull out of Afghanistan. One is making sure that all of the civilians that are there needed to get out. One, making sure that the weapon stockpiles are like whatever in the right hands or out of there. And then three, pulling the troops out. Like those are the three things that needed to be done, right?
Sure.
I think most people would say, hey, maybe we should get all the fucking civilians out first. And then, make sure all the weapons are all, good. And then all of our troops will come out and we'll be done, right?
Sure.
Who the fuck thought it was a good idea to pull all of the military out first? Like all of our troops out for the most part, and then leave the civilians all scattered throughout Afghanistan.
It's the most important thing. Bring them home.
But like, who in that room was? Because listen. The amount of times did you listen to the Biden speech after the bombing, the fucking tragic, horrible bombing?
Some of it.
He, at the end of it, was like, all right, I was instructed to call on, like, this one reporter.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, obviously, he's not making these decisions. Or maybe he is because these decisions are so fucking bad. But I'm just like, who thought that was a good idea? I'm, like, genuinely trying to figure it out every day.
And I've told you this before. Like, I read One China by Henry Kissinger, the old Secretary of State.
Yep.
And how he detailed like our relationship with China, and it goes into the whole backstory of like the CCP, of like how Mao Zedong took over from Chiang Kai-shek, and the Cultural Revolution behind like switching from socialism to a full-blown communist and everything. It is so eerily similar to what we're going through right now. Like there's like a board of electors, I believe, that are like behind Biden. Like Biden's just a puppet.
Sure.
Like I don't think he does anything.
Now you can argue that any president, there's like a
anyone. Yeah.
right. Now that's when you say stuff like that, and they're like, "That's a conspiracy theory." What, you think there's just a group of people in a boardroom deciding?
I think the government is a lot more complex than what we think it is.
150%. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But I think there's a lot of things that are eerily similar, and that's why when there are a lot of things that happen in the past that are kind of like everything's cyclical, right?
Sure.
And I think there's a lot of things that are coming up now that happened in like the early 20th century or like the turn of the century, and we're just kind of choosing to ignore it. But it's fucking coming. Something's coming.
I don't know. I'm so cynical of how like the rest of our lives in this country are going to go that it's kind of just scary to think about.
Yeah. Especially, do you know what's so frustrating to me? The most, I don't know how politically you want to get on this, but this I've been pent up on this. The thing that frustrates me the most about where our country is that nobody can admit that someone did something wrong. As far as like normal people, like the amount of times that I've seen people post and say things like, "Where are all the people? Like you voted for this guy. Like where are all these people now?" And then in the comments they'll be like, "Yeah, but this person did this." I'm like, but all we're talking about is this specific instance of like either a good thing or a bad thing happened, right? Like, I'm very open to like if someone does something dumb, be like, that was dumb, that wasn't good. Not, oh, this person did this, but that person did something that was way worse. That's completely separate of what's going on right now.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's always what it is. Nobody's willing to take any sort of blame or like take an L. They want to blame it upon on somebody
just
else.
Finger pointers.
But that's on everything. I just don't. That's like a crazy fucking thing.
Yeah, but you knew that.
Sure,
It's not like it's new.
I just feel like it's getting worse.
Oh, it's been worse. It's as bad as it can get. It's like let's pull out of Afghanistan. Well, Trump did this, so we couldn't do it the way we wanted to. And then Trump supporter would be like, well, Obama did this first, so how?
And there maybe is a little nugget of truth within all that, but not really. Like, it's
Not enough.
not enough, man.
I don't know. I did read, and this is so badass to me. You know how we have like hundreds or thousands of whatever of, I don't know if it's just Americans or if we're like Afghan civilians or people that we've helped there that we need to get out too.
That's thousands, yeah.
Of which? Of
There's-
both?
It's multiple. Yeah, it's both. It's a lot of like interpreters as well as like American civilians.
There's a group of retired veterans that went out of their way on their own dime to go to Afghanistan to bring people to the airport to get them out of there.
That's a movie. If that's
That's
not
a fucking movie.
If that's not a movie that's about to come out, yeah. You also see like fucking Glenn Beck took his private plane and is getting people out.
No, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
that was like a thing.
I mean, I don't know. I really don't believe American citizens, like the regular American people, are like bad people. It's just everything that you see. It's like an alternate universe that makes you think that we're so bad
And
or so
that's-
dumb
dude,
or
but
whatever.
That is why, and this is gonna sound conspiratorial, whatever, but that's why like Project Mockingbird is such a terrifying fucking concept. That the CIA created this program where it basically weaponized the news to brainwash the American people, so that it was all spewing out what they wanted. It was basically propaganda, right? Like,
Sure.
And this was a legitimate CIA program that existed. And that's literally like, do you really think that these news organizations are going to show you or tell you anything that like they don't want you to know?
And there's so much of that. I mean, there's Project Blue Book and Project Midnight Climax.
Yeah.
Like it's so, like we're just living in a giant movie.
100%. 100%. And it's a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
But
Whoever's writing this, it ain't gonna end well.
But that is why every time I bring up, or someone will say something about like, there's no way that there's no way the government would do something like that. I'm like, yeah, they fucking would. Why wouldn't they?
Here's my perspective, like, and I've tried to convey it before. Like up until right now, present time,
Yep.
every empire, anything has fallen.
100%.
So like, why are we not any different? Like you have to take action if you don't want it to, but at the pace for the whole world,
Yeah.
It's just been how it is.
And that's the same thing with the Second Amendment argument, right? Is the idea that like they would never come and take your guns, or they would never turn tyrannical, or they would never do these things. And it's like, why? Like, why not?
Right.
Because we've had this untold time of peace, and like we've never had to worry about anything, and you've never had to worry about food or whatever. It's like there's literally been a genocide in China since 2016, that you're just blissfully
well, I'm sure way
ignoring.
before that.
Sure, but what I'm saying is that this country that you're getting all of your fucking Nikes from and all of your clothes that you're just blissfully not listening to have literally been kidnapping Muslims, sterilizing them, and killing them in fucking prison camps, and making all of this stuff, and you're just blissfully unaware. And like, do you want that to happen? Like, do you want a government or whatever to happen? Or you have things like North Korea, or you have whatever in Russia with, their camps. Like, it's just, these things are happening right now. Or you have Afghanistan, you have these fucking, extremists that are macheteing fucking women in the road. Like, the stuff isn't that far away. Like, we are just spoiled to the fact that we haven't had to deal with it.
Right.
But it still happens every fucking day.
Do you think it's because of our Constitution, or do you think it's just like a geographic thing? Like we're kind of away from everybody else.
I think it's really hard to invade the U.S. because we are surrounded by water on both sides.
Sure.
You have Canada above us, and you'd have to have someone invade Canada,
Sure,
and have Canada turn on us, or then you'd have the Mexican border, and you'd have to have kind of the same general idea. I think a lot of it has to do with our Constitution and our guns. There are more guns in the U.S. than like fucking anywhere else, and I think a lot of countries know that if they try to invade, it's like, there's more guns than people.
What's the one movie like Red Dawn or something?
Yeah, we're fucking
Did you
China,
ever
North
see
Korea.
that?
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
the remake or the original?
I think I saw the remake and it was kind of gimmicky.
That was the one with like Josh Peck, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
I don't
at-
know. And the part that bothers me the most is that, like, people are just willing to let it happen and then make excuses. And, like, it's going to, like, we just got to get rid of whatever. We got to do this. Like, they'll make an excuse. And then once it's over, we'll go back to how it was. Like, no, motherfucker.
You'll never go back to how
Yeah.
it was. And that's, I genuinely want to know. Like, I want to get into someone's brain. Is that they just, do these people just genuinely not think that it's ever possible to happen? Or do they genuinely think that that's like, that we are just immune to it? Because it's like every country that's ever done it or has like taken those liberties. Or here's my thing is the people always cite countries like like the Scandinavian countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have no power whatsoever, right? Now, do you think that if somebody was able to gain hold of a fucking superpower with more nuclear weapons and fucking weapons in general, and just the sheer power of America, they would do it like fucking peacefully and be like, no, like we'll do it all, like
Right.
no. That's why Russia and fucking China, these superpower of countries, it's not like all sunshine and rainbows.
Sure.
It's because there's actual fucking power to be had. It's not fucking Scandinavia where there's whales and I don't know, fucking mermaids. Like, I just don't.
I do think that people think we're immune to, like, bad things. Here.
I think we've had such a long time of not bad things happening that
But
we have to think
also,
about bullshit to like be bad. That's
our
not
country's
bad at all.
only been a thing for a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a long time.
No. 1776.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out 1776.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I've become more patriotic. I feel like over the past like, I don't know, 5 years of my life.
Oh, sure.
More proud to be an American.
Definitely. I made it a point back in 2015 for the Trump-Hillary election. Like, I wanted to be politically aware, and I made it a point to do it, and I got balls deep into it. And so, yeah, I just gave like a self-appreciation for what we have here.
Well, I've looked around at other countries, right? And I've tried to kind of. There really is no other country that has more personal freedoms to like you as an individual than in America.
Sure.
Like, there's no other fucking country. It doesn't even come close. And I'm just so confused sometimes why someone would want to give that up.
For the better good, but they don't understand that leads to.
But what does that even mean? Like, again, I get what you're saying, and I just don't understand what the better good could be. When you literally have again, there have been times in our country where it's not been good, but like, there's never been a better time to be fucking alive in America than right now. Why would anyone want to give that up? I just don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, we got fucking Tesla robots coming out. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to have a Tesla robot?
Oh man. Now, plot twist. I had someone come into my barbershop that works for Oculus.
Oh.
And Facebook.
The Oculus Rift?
Yeah, I don't know if he was supposed to tell me.
Is that all the same thing? Like, Oculus is the Oculus Rift, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just whatever. But he's like an engineer there. He said they're working on like, I was like joking. I was like, you gonna make those like Oculus, but with like Ray-Ban style glasses? He's like, we're working on it.
Well, they have fucking the Google glasses.
Sure, but
I always wanted a pair of those.
The virtual reality fucking glasses.
No, just the regular. They're not sunglasses. They were like glasses, but they had stuff pop up on the screen that you could see and interact with.
He was telling me that in the military, they're already using that kind of technology, like the virtual reality technology like that in like glasses. So it's like they can put things in like war areas, almost like little, not tokens, but like to markers, and they can go and like interact with them. Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, we're just living in a sci-fi movie.
Basically. I wonder how many things are used or like implemented in like military or like some sort of like science and hasn't made it to like the civilian sector. But we'd be fucking just amazed if we saw it.
Oh, probably 35% of everything that we know is out of the 100% that the military has.
100%. Like, I'm just like thinking of what the craziest thing would be. And like I'm talking like deep level, like CIA fucking.
Here's a movie for you.
Yeah.
Like, what if, you know how you watch a sci-fi movie and it's like, oh, what if we had that? What if the whole premise is because we already have it, And that's our way of like giving it to us. Like you can think about it, but you can't have it. But we got it over here.
Oh, well, it's like
Because somebody obviously thought about it, so it's like, oh, that could be feasible.
it's getting the public ready.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of studies about that, like how many times like the government has like done that. It's to like test things to see the public's reaction to it before they actually.
Like Men in Black, they got that pen thing.
Yeah,
Like,
what if the deneuralizer?
Yeah. Turns you into De Niro.
Now listen here, fucker.
Did you milk my cat, Greg?
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Like, what if, like, that existed, and we already had it? It was like, hey, Spielberg, go make a movie about this.
Maybe.
Give it to him in 100 years.
Well, that's the dangerous. I forget the exact number, so don't quote me on it, but it's something like 60% of like Hollywood movies are like funded by China.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah, especially like Disney movies and like specific studios. A lot of it's like funded by China.
Well, okay, check this shit out. I forgot about this. I was watching the new American Horror Story thing that came out last Wednesday.
Like the Alien?
Vampires or something. I've never watched any of them, but my girlfriend wanted to watch it.
I can't keep up.
Right? And we're watching, and it automatically had, and I don't know if it was her TV
Okay.
or whatever, but like it was already in Chinese subtitles.
What do you mean?
Like there's the show, and then in the bottom, it was in Chinese subtitles.
Well, I feel like that's a preference.
No, well, it wasn't on anything else.
It was
like for the
American Horror
show.
Story?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's funded. You can look it up. See who funds American Horror Story. What that studio? I think it's AMC, right?
But I just thought it was bizarre.
Or FX.
Like, why is it there?
I don't know. But that's just it. That's like the little thing where it's like super easy to just pluck or like deposit like anti-American sentiments and like different things, just as like a slow burn. And that's what scares me the most, is that there's other countries, because they have one unified front, are planning 10, 15 years in advance.
Sure.
Because our country's so divided, I just don't think that we're doing that.
We're
just getting. Go ahead.
I've read quite a few books on China and like how they operate and stuff and what they believe in. And it's so fascinating because they're like that. Like they don't want any conflict, like military conflict or anything, but they'll do like the proxy wars like that. Well, they'll implement small stuff here and there to make a move later. Like
they're playing chess.
They are. Well, yeah, while we're fucking playing Mancala.
Is that the one with the marbles?
Yeah, I fucking loved Mancala when I was a kid. Oh, you couldn't get me out of that thing.
Oh, but it's so fucking true, man. And that's what, like, I don't know. There's just so much I want to talk about in the fucking political. I don't know how political you want this whole podcast to be.
We got to reel in our viewers, so we probably should drop it.
My God, dude. There's just so much shit. Like there was the North Korean girl on Rogan. Yeah. And I don't know how much of that was 100% true. Even if it's 70% true.
The Paris Hilton of Korea.
Yeah. Even if what she said was 70% true, that's still really bad.
Living off grasshoppers, I mean, or crickets, whatever she said.
Eating rats knowing that it might kill you, and then eating the people who died from eating the rats.
Yeah.
Like that might not be fully true. But if it's 70% true, that's still fucked up.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that that's one of the things that scares me also, is that these things are happening, and the amount of times I've heard people say the whole never forget or like never again, all that bullshit, and it's happening now just because it's inconvenient to like address.
Sure.
Or it could lead to a big issue. But like I can't take anyone seriously that says that, the never again, never forget, never whatever, all these bullshit atrocities, and they just are blissfully ignoring bad things.
Check back tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't. I just get tired of it.
Yeah, it's a different world out there compared to our little podcast bubble.
I miss podcasting. This is fun.
We didn't have a drink either. We got to get back to it. We'll get back to regular scheduled programming.
Do you want to make you a drink real quick?
No.
Okay.
However, You know, and here's something that I like to do. If I'm out driving through the neighborhoods or whatever, like the other day I was driving my work truck. If I see kids out there with lemonade stands,
You buy them?
I stop.
I stop and leave a fat tip.
Yep.
Fat tip.
If I see a kid who's not out, he's hustling, and instead of like going out fucking with his friends or something, he's trying to make a buck. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking take my money.
I did it once, and it was last summer. I haven't seen anyone out recently doing like lemonade
I
stands.
just
or
did it
anything
like
that.
maybe like 2 days ago. Might have been the best lemonade I've had.
Oh, I'll stop. Listen, I'll stop. I'll place a large order. I will enjoy the shit. And do you know what I'll do? I'll make a fucking Yelp review. I'll make an account. I'll say Teddy on fucking Roosevelt Place, 5 out of 5, would recommend. Everyone come check it out.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, no, I support the shit out of it. That's fucking capitalism. I'm
Hell
all for
yeah.
it. Dude's trying to be a fucking entrepreneur. Dude's trying to be an entrepreneur. There's a labor shortage. Someone fucking hired Teddy from fucking Roosevelt. I just made that up. I don't know who that is. But
Teddy from Roosevelt.
From
You just
Roosevelt
picked
Street.
Teddy Roosevelt.
subconsciously. Listen, he's got a big fucking stick. Someone pick up Teddy.
Oh shit.
I didn't even realize Teddy Roosevelt. But no, I'm all for that. I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's funny.
Fucking love it.
You said recently? It was like last week?
Or maybe earlier this week. I don't remember.
Where
Within
at?
the last
By
8
your
days.
house or while you were driving at work?
While I was driving at work.
Was it in like a bougie neighborhood or
Upper middle class.
upper middle class? Nice.
But it was just him. No dad, no nothing. Just so he had like a fanny pack on that he
How
had the
old?
money.
How old do you think he was?
9, 10.
Okay.
10.
That's a good lemonade stand. Do you ever see like grown ass, or do you ever see like little kids, like
Yeah.
2 or 3, and you're like, this wasn't your fucking idea. This is just
Yeah.
your parents trying to get extra money.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck those dads.
There's no way that this 3-year-old.
However, if they'll make a stand, I'll still give it to them. You're doing something with your kid or something.
Sure. Okay, I can get down with that. But if it's like just the parent doing
Which,
it,
if I ever had a kid, I would do that. I would make a dope ass fucking stand and sit out there or have him. If he wants to do it, I'll fucking get into it. I'll have him fucking fresh squeezing fucking lemons, everything right there.
you buy it all off fucking Amazon. You'll get one of those spinning signs that's like, hey, come on.
Hell yeah, I'll call up fucking 1065 WYRK and tell the whole fucking neighborhood we got down here.
You got a lemonade stand over at Teddy Roosevelt.
Ain't nothing like you've ever seen before run by a fucking little 9-year-old.
That's funny. That's so funny. Who the fuck's calling you?
My girlfriend.
Answer. We're on the podcast.
No,
Okay.
it wouldn't be good.
Oh, that's funny. What else you want to talk about, man? What else? You're the topic master today.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what's been going on. I mean, we saw Space Jam.
Fucking trash movie. That was so bad. It was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I didn't like the movie, but when they were organizing,
Dude, you're on video just like playing with your nipples.
I can't help it. My nipples, my whatever. They're there.
I'm like watching it in the fucking video as it's happening. And it takes a second to register. Oh my god.
But the part what I was gonna say was the part where they're like calling up all of the Disney people to get on the team and stuff.
Yeah.
That was all funny. That was really good. But it lasted like 7 minutes.
Yeah. I heard, so this, I don't know how true this is, but I heard that there was that part where he turns into like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And that was because his acting was so bad in like real life that they had to make him a cartoon.
I don't know.
They were going to make him live action.
I don't like LeBron. I'll give him credit for the good things that he does do or whatever, but I don't like him. I don't like anything about him. Probably why I dislike the movie.
I think he's a terrible actor.
It wasn't good.
Terrible, terrible actor. Like really bad. And I just thought the story didn't make sense. I'll tell you what I did like, which was kind of funny, was it had all of like the who made it? Was it Fox?
I have no idea.
Whatever the properties were, all the characters like in the audience, but they weren't like well done. It was like cosplaying characters. it's like people dressed up as the characters. So it didn't. You could
Yeah,
tell.
yeah.
You could tell that it was them, but it was so bad that it was amusing. Like that was fun. I rewatched that part to like see how terrible that was.
I also don't like remakes. Stop remaking shit.
That one technically was like a sequel, but
It's a stupid spoof spin-off.
yeah, because they're never good.
No, they're hardly ever good.
Hardly ever good. I have kind of high hopes for that Ghostbusters because it's by like the son of the guy that they remade the Ghostbusters with like all those little kids.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm getting kind of sick of like movies with little kids in it, though, and it's always the same kids. It's like those kids from Stranger Things. Like they're
Yeah.
in all the kids movies now.
Is it because you only picture them in their original role, or you just don't like that they're used for so many other things?
I don't think
now?
they're that great of actors, so I like.
Well, they fit the show, so I'm probably thinking everybody loves them. They'll watch this.
Sure. I also don't like Stranger Things.
I also just hate spin-offs. Like the one of the worst ones was like Breaking Bad, all-time top 5 greatest show of all time.
Don't you dare tell me you don't like Better Call Saul.
I love exception. I love Better Call Saul, and Mike Odenkirk, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But the movie El Camino,
It was okay. It was
it was trash. It was stupid.
I thought it was okay.
And with Aaron, like the whole great thing about Breaking Bad was the end. Like you left it up why he did what he did, and if he died, if he didn't die, everything. So you give some stupid half-ass thought out movie on what happens after.
But there's some parts of it like in the beginning. So I'd say the beginning of El Camino I thought was really good. Now, if you've never seen El Camino, just fast forward through this. I don't want to ruin it for you. But like, so at the end of Breaking Bad, right? You have what are the two tweaker friends? Skinny Pete and Badger.
yeah,
You have him with the lasers, right? And Walt gives them that like wad of cash to be like whatever.
uh-huh.
In El Camino in the beginning, when they like when Jesse's there and he's going through his PTSD, which I thought was very well done, where he was like fucking scared and everything, and they pull out that wad of cash, like that was the money that Walt gave them for doing the laser thing.
Sure.
And I just thought it's like little things like that. Like I think that's really good writing, and I enjoyed that.
If you can remember it.
I mean, I remembered it, but later with like the vacuum store thing, and that was yeah.
But also, I just feel like new stuff isn't that good.
Like what? Like you're just talking about new like spin-offs.
No new movies.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like we talked about this.
might have.
And I thought there were some really good movies that were.
I'm sure there is, but I feel like majority of them.
Ooh, did you see the Tomorrow War Land with Chris Pratt? Tomorrowland
No.
War.
Is it out? Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's an Amazon Prime movie. In theory, really good movie. In execution, pretty trash. Like it's about these like basically it's like the future, and there's like a war with these aliens in the future, and these people travel back in time to recruit people from the past to fight the war in the future. And the aliens are fucking dope. Like they're really cool, but it's just really sloppy and not very good.
Interesting.
But it's like worth a watch, I guess. It's like a turn your brain off kind of movie. But it goes on for a little bit too long, and I'm just kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Where we at?
50 minutes.
I think that's pretty solid for
I think it's a good
a
podcast.
first one to go back.
For sure. Is there anything you want to say to the audience, the people listening?
I don't want to say we'll be back every X day.
We'll be back next week.
Next week, yeah. But we were coming out every whatever day.
Yeah, but everyone gets notifications at this point. So
Okay.
if you care enough to watch our podcast or listen to our podcast, you'll get a notification. And thanks for listening.
Yeah, and
we appreciate
and
you.
comment and stay involved. I know I've said some stupid shit like we don't look and care about who listens, but it was all talk, and I do.
You just wanted to play it off like you were cool.
Yeah, too
whatever.
cool. No, I do. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the listeners, and if you listen back to this after our layoff, thanks for coming back.
For sure. All right, man. I had fun.
Yep, me too.
See you next week.